This place is full of mushrooms. Look sharp, Claw. That's it, Five Claw. Now, let's find that lift Freylith mentioned. One moment, Five Claw. This one has something to say. Before we hand over the mushroom, this one feels she must tell you something. It concerns my history with Freylith. When this one first became a vampire, she was alone, confused, frightened. Medusa did some terrible things before she understood exactly what was happening. Then, I met Freylith. Freylith took Medusa under her wing, trained her, guided her. She was exactly what I needed, but she also wasn't. Freylith is wild, chaotic. She loves both the power and the freedom that vampirism provides. I don't want her to lead Cathard astray. Freylith may not be the monster that Traylor is, but she is no fragile flower. She led me to places, actions, that seemed like a good idea at the time. I see much promise in Cathard. He can be an asset to the Raven Watch, if he isn't corrupted. Talk to Cathard, Five Claw. Tell him what you found.
She didn't have to die, Freylith.
We couldn't have her raise the alarm, Cathard. This only works if Trenlor suspects nothing.
There is no reason for another member of the clan to die, but Freylith refuses to see it that way. Still, we need to press on. Were you successful? Did you find a dark-capped mushroom? Good. Then we're that much closer to completing Freylith's plan and replacing Boss Trenlor. Obviously, none of us can walk in and join the Lothid celebration. Everyone knows we were cast into the deep tombs. You'll have to perform the next step. You need to get past the clan members to reach Trenlor's throne. Then just drop the mushroom into his chalice of blood. We'll take care of the rest. You'll need a disguise, though. Lothid's celebrations are chaotic, but they easily spot an outsider. Already taken care of. Here, put on these servant's clothes. The clan will ignore you if you look like one of the mortal servants. The chalice sits on the table near the throne. Place the mushroom in the chalice, then step back and wait for us.
You look perfect. Now sneak into Boss Trenlor's court and place the mushroom.
Slave, bring me my chalice. I thirst. Stupid slave! You gave me spoiled blood!
It's not spoiled, you bastard. That's Darkcap.
Freylith? You... poisoned?
Murder, Freylith? Where is your honor?
Boss Trenlor got exactly what he deserved. And now, I want to talk to our friend here.
Let's go, Cathad. Freylith has chosen her path. It's time you took another.
Did you see the expression on that bastard's face? We made him pay for all the pain and suffering he caused. As for you, I thank you. I could use someone like you when I take Trenlor's place as leader of the clan. And it did its job splendidly. He certainly looks infinitely weaker to me. I'm sorry I deceived you, but look around. Do you see one face that mourns Trenlor? No. They will cheer your name for saving the Lothid clan. Your name. And mine. Trenlor was a monster. This was the only safe way to put an end to his reign of terror. Now someone truly worthy can take command of the Lothid clan. Someone exactly like me. Oh, darling, no. Cathad has too much damn virtue in his blood for my taste. Gets it from Medusa, no doubt. Lothid is my clan. It always has been. I will lead it with vision and purpose. Make it truly great again. Now, if you will excuse me. We are free, my brothers and sisters. Let us drink to the Lothid clan and its new leader, me! Oh, don't worry. I didn't poison all of the chalices.
I wanted to save the clan, but not like this.
Leaving me, Cathad? Fine. Go join your precious cat and pretend not to be the monster you are.
Freylith lied to us, but the clan is better off in her hands than Boss Trenlor's. I'm ready to join the
This
Raven.
one hates being used. Boss Trenlor needed to be dealt with, but there was no honor in how that played out. I should have expected Freylith's deception. Still, it twists Adusa's tail. At least Cathad's. Absolutely. Cathad risked everything to save his clan. He performed admirably, despite Freylith's dark influence. He will make a fine addition to our family. And Adusa appreciates your help, Five Claw. The Raven Watch will not forget your service. There are more problems in the Reach than Freylith and the Lothid clan. The Raven Watch's work never ends, it seems. This one needs to get Cathad settled, explain the rules of the Raven Watch, and start his training. But Adusa also wants to check in with the rest of House Ravenwatch, see what else must be done to safeguard the Reach.
It's too quiet. Nothing exciting ever happens around here.
I don't think we're the first to camp here. Lots of fresh tracks.
Another step closer, witch.
Such power and magic.
Good to see you, my friend. I could use an ally in this desolate place. The Grey Host has turned his attention upon the Reach, but the local ruler refuses my help. This so-called despot of Markarth thinks walls and sentries will hold back their fury. Ard Kaddock. He rules the Reach from Understone Keep in Markarth. I've come to offer my help against the Grey Host, but he has turned me away time and time again. Meanwhile, even here, in the shadow of the city, the Grey Host plots and conspires. It's an alliance of vampires, witches, and werewolves bent on slaughter and destruction. To protect the Reach, I need to learn why the Grey Host has come here, and I need to secure the cooperation of Ard Kaddock. Would you be willing to help me? With your help, we may save the Reach yet. While I continue to exert diplomatic pressure, I need you to find information the Ard will consider valuable. Something concerning the rebels that plague his rule, perhaps. Start by talking to the sentry. Reach folk deal in bargains. They respect strength and skill, and they believe in rewarding favors. If we can bring something important to the Ard while demonstrating these qualities, I think he'll agree to hear us out. If we're to stop the Grey Host and help the Reach, we don't have a choice. At the very least, we need his resources and support. In my time here, I have heard about these rebels, but I'm not sure the extent of their rebellion. See what you can learn. Remember, remain respectful but wary when dealing with Reach folk. They don't suffer long speeches, not even short ones. Keep your conversation with the sentry brief and to the point. Once you find something, meet me in Markarth at Understone Keep.
Be off! Didn't you hear? You and that fancy bastard aren't welcome here. Get! Or I'll make a scarf out of your guts!
We know all about the Blood Drinkers and the Beast Folk. We were dealing with them just fine before Ard Kaddock called us back to Markarth. The Witch Rebels are a bigger threat, along with outsiders who try to get into our business. Some wilder witch has been stirring up the clans to the east of Markarth, making trouble for Ard Kaddock. But we'll have her head on a pike soon enough. Look, if you want to see the Ard, then bring news he doesn't know. Something about the rebels.
Stay here as long as you like. I'm done waiting for Ard Kaddock to muster the clans.
Are you now? And what do you plan to do about it? Join those rebels? You wouldn't have the first clue about how to find them.
That's where you're wrong. Connell says they're gathering in the eastern foothills.
Well, then your head can wind up on a pike with the rest of them, you damn fool.
Stay back! If you're one of those invaders, be aware that my fellow rebels are right behind the bend. You are? Well, I haven't actually gone and joined them yet. I was just about to head for their camp, but... well, I don't know exactly where it is. Just that it lies to the east in the foothills. Or so I was told. Oh, I said too much. Go away!
None of these weak strangers could face a true Reach challenge.
For a third time, the wandering hunter graces this hall. Welcome. What tidings do you bring this time? Kitsa Enu, you say? The Argonian worked for a vile man from Gideon who deals in Daedric relics. The totem has meaning to us as a symbol of Storebeg, the king of wolves. One aspect of the great Hircine, our hunt father, but it has no inherent power. Any death has significance, great and small. One died for disrespecting the Lord of the Hunt, the other defending him. That is the way of things. Thank you for bringing this news to me, Wanderer. What will you do with the sacred relic now? Some of our oldest songs speak of Storebeg, the king of wolves. He first taught our ancestors to change shape and become even mightier hunters. Our shrine must pay homage to this aspect of Hircine. Take this, Wanderer, with my thanks. With your help, the hubris that clouded my sight has lifted. It is not by coincidence that these sacred relics were hindered in their journey to this humble shrine. The Hunt Father tests us. He tests me and my apprentices, and he tests you. The greatest hunts involve obstacles to overcome and hazards to circumvent. Hircine has thrown deadly hurdles in our path, hurdles my apprentices have thus far been unable to overcome. Still, all but one of our relics arrived here, thanks to you. The final relic required to complete this shrine resides at Lost Valley Redoubt. I sent apprentice Orla there to find it, but after all this, I fear for her safety. Go, Hunter. Help Orla retrieve the symbol of Urikenbeg. Prove your worth to Hircine. I hope apprentice Orla still lives. Hircine tests our limits, but he is never needlessly cruel. Good hunting, Wanderer. Find Orla, and the symbol of Urikenbeg at Lost Valley Redoubt. And then, this shrine will be complete. Let us prove we are worthy. A good question. A hunter must know its quarry to track it down. Apprentice Orla is a fierce warrior, who never strays far from her loyal companion, Kiva the White Wolf. If all else fails, look for the White Wolf. If she doesn't find you first. Take the road out of Markarth until you reach the Karth River. Follow it south until the river meets the mountains. That's the entrance to Lost Valley Redoubt. I sent apprentice Orla there to find the relic. I pray her cunning has not abandoned her.
Witch rebels are as bad as the damn vampires. Get away from me, you reeker. You think a Reach warrior with only one good leg can't gut you? Well, think again. The Grey Host? Does it look like I've been bitten or clawed? It was the damn Witch rebels. And they can't tell a Reach folk from a monster any better than you can. They thought I was one of those invaders. Spirits, take the lot of them. Aye, like a pack of wild dogs they were. Kept shouting, Arana, Arana, as they bore down on me. I took an arrow in the leg before they listened to me. Before they decided I wasn't an invader. I think Arana spoke to me. I think she was their leader. No, like ghosts these rebels are. I plan to return to Markarth and petition the Ard to let me take a war party out to find them. They must be hiding in the eastern foothills. I don't care if they are fighting the Grey Host. They're mine. None of these weak strangers could face a true Reach challenger.
Yeah, my friend. Was your hunt successful? You couldn't have timed your arrival any better. Ard holds court as we speak. We'll never have a better chance to gain an audience with him. Did your investigation uncover anything we can use? What did you learn? Arana? I have heard that name during my time here. Did you happen to learn what these rebels are rebelling against? Flee this city? With a Grey Host prowling the countryside? Well, that's 3 valuable pieces of information. I want you to represent me before Ard explain what you learned, and convince him to finally agree to meet with me. Speak with the Ard Sentry. You'll need to convince her to gain an audience with Kadok. I think the information you uncovered about the rebels will be enough to interest the Despot of Markarth, but you can never be too certain with Reach folk. I'm lucky to have made it this far into the city. Kadok and his entourage have little patience for a noble such as myself, especially a noble from a land they consider to be the home of their enemy. Now, this task is better in your hands. I shall wait around here and continue to discreetly learn what I can about the Reach and its people. I also want to think about Arana and her rebels. Maybe there's a way to add them to our arsenal. Go. I'll be here when you get back.
You again? You dare to disgrace Understone Keep with your presence, outsider? That takes guts, I'll give you that. What's your business in the Ard's Keep? Do you now? And you want to share that information with Ard Kadok? You're certainly full of surprises, outsider. All right, I'll allow you to approach the throne, if your courage holds out. Fair warning, the Ard's in a foul temper today. Not yet you don't, but you will. Ard Kadok's as likely to remove your head from your shoulders as listen to you, so talk fast, outsider. And remember, the Ard has no patience for fools or flatterers. Keep that in mind.
What fool do I have to behead for letting you in here? You're not of the Reach or the clans. You've either got the sense of a goat or the heart of a saber cat, and I'm eager to find out which. Now, speak plainly. What brings you to the despot of Markarth? The fancy elf, who won't take no for an answer, eh? Yeah, he should have made this offer earlier. News concerning the rebels is a beast worth skinning. Tell me something I don't know, and won't have you fed to my hunting dogs. Spies? In my city? Well, that would explain some things, but that and a vague location aren't enough to get me to sit down and drink with a high elf. What else have you got? And remember, my patience is wearing thin. Arana. I know that name. She's a honey-tongued fanatic who refused to bury her sword when I forged a peace with the Grey Host. She's slippery, eh? But I didn't realize she led the rebels. Sniffing out her Reach witch. That commands respect. For now. Aye. They agreed to spare the city while they look for some ancient relic. Dwarven, I suspect. They can have it. Verandis wants to meet? Then talk to my advisor, Lady Boleyn. Track down Arana for her, and I'll listen to every word he has to say.
I couldn't help but overhear Ardcadic's voice it carries. Now tell me about the leader of the witch rebels. The name you provided? Arana, I believe you said? Ah, therein lies the problem. Reach witches are experts at losing themselves in the many caves and copses that decorate the landscape. It's like finding a tooth in a hen's beak. Most witches give deference to the Ard. Arana is a troublemaker. Actually, that task falls to you. A favor for a favor, yes. That's how business works here. Locate the rebels, find Arana, and urge her to stop meddling in Markarth's affairs. Do that, and you shall earn a place for you and your count in the Reach. That look on your face. I know curiosity when I see it. Very well. I can spare a few more moments before sending you off on your task. What does the outsider in Ardcadic's court wish to know? While I may not have been born and raised in the Reach, I have earned my place as friend and counselor to Ardcadic. His subjects call me a keep witch. I assure you, this is a term of the utmost respect among the Reach folk. A genuine desire for peace brought me here. The Reach finds itself beset from all sides. Orcs, Nords, Bretons, Imperials, they all seek the destruction of the Reach folk. I try to serve as a bridge of sorts. Yes, a bridge between the Reach and the civilized world. There's simply no reason that the people of Tamriel should go on killing each other. We have an opportunity to build a kinder, better Tamriel. I'm here to help make that future come to pass. What is any rebellion all about? Malcontents chafing against the established order, stirring up trouble. They're a nuisance, nothing more. It's a matter of timing. Since the arrival of the Grey Host, the land beyond the city walls has become perilous. The Ard urges everyone to take shelter here in Markarth, while Arana calls them away. Her reckless endeavor will get everyone killed. Peace, yes, of a sort. As long as we stay out of their way, the Grey Host has no quarrel with us. Besides, the walls of Markarth are impregnable. The Reach folk are perfectly safe in here. Now go, find Arana. A favor performed is a favor returned. A history lesson? Very well. Caddoc is the cousin of the late Emperor Leovic. He was appointed ruler of Markarth and has governed this region ever since. Ard is an ancient title that translates to King of the Fort. The fort being Markarth and Understone Keep. As for that other epithet, it's a name given to him by enemies and outsiders. He may be cruel at times, but he's no tyrant. Reach folk have a saying. Anyone can be a king in the Reach. No one can be a king of the Reach. Few Reach folk will accept a true sovereign. It isn't in their nature. Of course, that makes Caddoc's attempts to safeguard this region, complicated.
Over here, my friend. Before you run off, tell me about your audience with Ard Caddoc. Impressive. You accomplished more in mere moments than I've been able to do since I arrived in this savage land. We'll find a runner, see if the witch rebels will join our cause. I will continue my own investigations and meet you back here.
None of these weak strangers could face a true Reach challenge.
Hold there, outsider. These hills belong to the Reach folk, Rover. Turn around and go back the way you came, or I'll have your nose for a trophy. Witch rebels, huh? That's just a label applied by the oppressors, don't you think? Look, we have enough trouble with those Grey Host bastards and Carrick's soldiers. We don't need a curious outsider blundering around and getting in our way too. You're a hunter? Truly. Sounds more like Carrick and his keep witch getting up to more mischief. You want to befriend the witch rebels? Then prove it. The Grey Host has set up stockpiles nearby. Find out what they're storing, and then we'll talk. The stockpiles were spotted to the east and south. If you can find out what the Grey Host is using them for, then we'll owe you a favor. And true Reach folk never renege on a favor. If I knew for certain, there'd be no need to have you go and take a look, would there? Probably supplies for their army. Though what vampires and werewolves need is anyone's guess. Ritual items, things for their harrowcraft. That's what I expect. Aye. Harrowcraft is what we call the rituals we've seen the Grey Host perform when they summon those cursed storms. Then you know the Grey Host has recruited Ice Reach witches to conjure up their storms. They use fetishes and alchemical mixtures in the rituals, so it makes sense they need a place to store those components. Are you daft, outsider? Do I look like a witch to you? A true witch has power, hears the spirits, knows the old words, commands animals, things like that. Some use their power to help. Others use it to kill. Ice Reach witches are particularly evil. Well, you'll probably have to fight them again. They stalk these hills like old ghosts. They're allied with the Grey Host now, don't you know? Greedy hags, the lot of them. I respect their strength, but their hearts are all twisted inside. There may be a peace of sorts inside Markarth, but out here we're outnumbered and fighting for our lives. Nothing unusual on that. We won't let the Grey Host disarray our land, and we won't let Carrick give it away just to avoid a little blood.
This one, Tayfan. Come, Harrier. Give me your measure. Tayfern told me about you, Harrier. You wanted to talk? Well, here I am. What will it be? A battle? I haven't turned anyone into a goat recently, but I'm willing to try if you so much as raise your weapon. Why does everyone insist on calling us that? Tayfern, remind me to come up with a better name when time permits. As for later, well, I guide this gathering of rich folk if that's what you're asking. But what about you? Why are you here? Of course she is. She's a vampire, after all. We tried to slay her twice without much luck. Quick as a spooked hare, that one, and twice as cautious. We'll have her fangs soon enough, though. You can read? What else does that sheet of paper say? The leader? Now that's a worthy bit of news. Bones and birds guide us well, but there's no replacing a cunning hunter. Go to the barrow, Harrier. Listen in on their meeting. Find out what Belaine and her master are up to, and I'll hear you out. The spirits will see you safely to Valthum, Harrier. After that, I suggest stealth and a strong blade. Overthrow Markarth? What in Namira's name would I do with all that dead stone? No, my purpose is clear. I need to help our people by shaking Kadok out of his dream. If that doesn't work, I'll split his skull and let it spill out on its own. Kadok's dream of being king. Oh, he has a true heart. In better times, he's a fine leader. But we face a lean season. We're hungry. But instead of filling the larder, he dreams of a golden crown. His foolish pride has brought this upon our people. Not yet. Not until all the beasts of the woods howl his name. And every day he heeds Belaine is another day he proves me right. The Grey Host has dark plans for Markarth. Kadok's stubbornness will get everyone in that city killed. I am, and a fine one at that. What, never met a witch before, Harrier? I'm sure. We're not all like the blood-sucking Belaine, or my misguided sisters from Icereach, though. Some of us aren't over-enthusiastic malcontents with a penchant for violence and destruction. Not all the time, anyway. Daedra? Ah, the spirits. The old ones. Yes, I've heard them called that. The world is full of whispers, for those with the patience to hear. Most them bloods are just too busy begging pardons from dead gods to pay attention. Pity. Daedra, spirits, crows, it's all the same. Where you see evil gods, we see teachers. Cruel ones, for certain. But that's the world, right? A stone will kill you if it strikes your head. But lifting the same stone makes us strong. What's to tell? I'm a proud woman of the Reach, a daughter of wind, sweat, and the rich soil. As for my brothers and sisters, they're good Reach folk, every last one of them. They mind the spirits and love the land. The real question is, who are you? A fine name, I suppose, for an outsider. But what's in your heart? Most them bloods come to the Reach wheezing under the weight of their purses and writ laws. You, though, I smell the blood of the Reach in you. Not much, but maybe it's enough. Aye, free blood. That's what the Reach is. Freedom. In the Reach, we do as we please. Only way to stop us is to kill us. And we don't die easy. Same goes for you, I'd say.